Good morning. It is Thursday, the 30th of April 2020. Thank you for joining us again. Positioning of political parties on the ballots in Paramaribo took place yesterday. Extra time can be used for the research of a family tree. Reports of 60 infected persons in Mungo is not true, and the emergency measures will be financially justified. For all the 17 parties that participate in the elections of May the 25th in Paramaribo, their position on the ballots was determined yesterday. This happened during a public meeting at the Commissioner's Office of Paramaribo South, Northeast it is. Representatives of the political parties had the opportunity to draw a party name and then determine the number on the ballot. The District Commissioner of Paramaribo Northeast performed the opening, and his colleague of Paramaribo Southwest closed the meeting. Today, the distribution of the voting cards begins, and we can tell you that formally, the President, Desiree Bouterse, and First Lady Ingrid Bouterse Waldering received their voting cards first, followed by the Vice President, Ashwin Adin, and then the Speaker of Parliament, Jennifer Herling-Simons. Now that the position of the political parties on the ballots has been determined, the printing of the ballots can start. If you want to find out more of yourself, you can do a family tree research. Young people can now access various international websites in their extra free time to participate in such a pedigree study. This can boost self-esteem and self-love, says Kirti Algu, scientist and lecturer at the Anton de Kom University. Knowing who you are and where you come from can help you better understand yourself. Daryl Gelddorp, artistic director of Nax Wangrutu, has been busy for several months to examine his family tree. There is no harm in working on a better version of yourself. Due to the COVID-19 measures taken to protect society, people can use their extra free time on research of their family tree. Daniele Feira, the director of the Department of National Security, denied reports that 60 persons have been infected in Mungo, near the eastern border of Suriname. The head of the National Security said in an interview with the National Information Institute that the shared voice message is not true. Director Feira once again reminds the community to follow the news from the official channels. Yesterday, a man from French Guiana who is infected with COVID-19 was detained and quarantined. In order to better manage the COVID-19 situation, Minister Antoine Elias of Public Health installed a crisis committee. This committee is part of the COVID-19 crisis management team and has a 3-month term of office. The crisis committee will report directly to the Minister of Health through the intervention of the Director Cleopatra Yesrun. The chairman of this crisis committee is the Director of the Office for Public Health Care, and that is Minouche Bromet. At last, the government's emergency measures will be financially responsible. There will be no question of guesswork. Vice President Ashwin Adin said at the COVID-19 update last Monday that the government has analyzed consequences of the crisis and that well-considered policies will be applied. Most important to the government, however, remains that COVID-19 does not spread in Suriname. The fact that small entrepreneurs and self-employed persons haven't received the resources from the emergency fund yet, according to the VP, has to do with the accountable rules that the government must follow. That is all for the local news for today. Have a wonderful Labor Day tomorrow, and we'll be back on Monday with a new edition. Be safe. Bye-bye.